Hey, this is Eddie Van Halen. This album, without really planning it, ended up much more hard rock and roll, I guess what we're really about, and which will also transfer to live much better. It was a lot of fun working with Ted Templeman again, and Andy Johns, of course, who was in a class by himself. It was interesting to work with.
Right, this isn't an award show. You're not receiving an award.
Well, that's my perception of the.
You will have to. And I would like to find.
It had to be
I
said.
think it's our best work to date.
Sam?
No, to me, it's like going into this album. If we talked about, we all said, "Geez, let's really, hopefully, let's make a Van Halen masterpiece." And to me, it's really as close as we could come at this stage in our lives to that, because it's got all those things that make something that makes you happy when you hear it. It's got feeling, and it's technically really is good. It's so much better than anything technically we've ever done. It's got all the elements, and it's got meaning, and it's got deeper meanings, and it's all this stuff, and it's the best playing and singing of our abilities. And we captured it. We did it, and we did it all to perfection. We didn't say, well, that's good enough, or gee, we don't have time. We did it right this time by our standards. So by my standards, it's a masterpiece. It's great.
And my perception of this album is that we had probably the most fun doing this album than any other album we've done. And I think also for all you guitar players out there, be watching and listening for Ed's playing on this album, because I think he plays some of the best stuff that he's ever played. We have bass on the album. We have a big sound. This will probably be the best sounding album, or is the best sounding album that we've ever done.
Hi, this is Alex. My perception of the record is totally different than the three that went before me. I think it was kind of a meeting of the minds. It was the man who brought you Led Zeppelin, that's Andy Johns, meets Van Halen. And we had a lot of fun rehashing old times and just playing just rock and roll until the songs kind of evolved from what we were doing in there. We spent a lot of time, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, just playing. And out of those jam sessions came songs. And finally, when all was said and done, if we were left to our own devices with Andy and assorted bevies and such, we probably would have taken 10 years to finish this record. So Ted Templeman came to our aid and kind of put the whole thing together. And that's about it. And I think I'm very proud of what we did.
No, it's this record's one step beyond. Yeah, it really, it really is. It's just, it's so powerful that I've never heard anything quite like it.
It's probably the best representation that anybody will hear of what the band really is live, also.
Pound cake, well, if you look it up in the dictionary, it says it is made from 1 pound of all equal ingredients, and it's a very simple, rich, old, down-home recipe. And I just thought, it's gone. People are out eating eclairs and all these fancy desserts that are made from 15 and 20 different elements and things, and pound cake is like, it is like the Bigfoot. Pound cake is like simple and real and good. You know what you're eating. Vocally, since I've been in this band, I've been able to stretch out singing and sing higher and more technical and just have more fun singing and try things, be more experimental than I ever could as a solo artist. But the thing that I did in this band on this record that I've never done before is I had time with the lyrics to write everything over. I mean, I rewrote, I had a year to write lyrics. You can ask these guys. I drove nuts. It was right at the end. Pound Cake almost didn't get the record because I couldn't finish it. I rewrote the lyrics 7, 8, 10 times a piece until I got them right to where every word means something. So therefore, when I sing it, I mean it. I'm not just singing some lyrics. And I'm telling you, it made all the difference in the world for my vocal performance. The music. But you can't be rushed with lyrics. Otherwise, you make them up. So you have to have time to be inspired by something. You sit and you wait. You go, but wait a minute, I don't know what Pound Cake is yet, And I named the damn song that the second I heard the beat. I said, that's Pound Cake. But I couldn't write the lyrics. And then, so I had to be inspired by it, so I had to go out and beat the bushes.
But in fact, about 6 months after the album comes out, we're going to release another album with the same music, and I'll have different lyrics. You'll still be writing.
Well, no, actually Mike can read my mind. I was going to say what makes this band interesting is the balance. Being a drummer and not a lyricist, I tend to hone in on just the music, and the music on its own holds up. And I think that enriches a song, if both musically and lyrically it holds up, which fortunately we were able to do on this record.
Pleasure Dome is about having everything you wanted, being able to get yourself in any situation, and therefore kind of trapping yourself in your own pleasures. And musically, it's sort of the same thing because it's the band just doing anything. It is.
Yeah.
It's overindulging.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
it is?
exactly what it
You know
is.
what it is? It seems that every
Except it's not like pissing up a rope.
No, it's not pissing up a rope or waxing a dog.
It's just having some fun.
No, I was going to say something that probably is too deep, but I think once in a while it's nice to flex your musical muscle, so to speak. You know, it's just kind of say, here it is. Remember, it hasn't been left to atrophy, and that's one of the songs where we really just pushed everything to the envelope, pushed it to the limit, and I think upon listening to it, you'll understand what I'm saying.